give you a little training on how to be the table topics master. Then I will call Emily up and we will conduct a table topics session. I have actually given you a little note page about how to be the topic master. Don't look at it. When you speak, it's always a good idea to give your handout out after you've spoken so that your audience is not reading the whole time. Know that you have this handout and you will have everything you need to be the topic master the next time around. How many of you are familiar with table topics? All right, it is an extemporaneous, unplanned talk. As our timer told us, you will have between 1 and 2 minutes to answer a question that you don't know is coming. People get stressed about table topics. Right? They get stressed. What's the best way to not get stressed about table topics? Laugh, relax, exactly. But the very, very best way is to be the table topics master. You are in control. It is great. You get up here and everyone gives you a salute. It's the table topics salute. They don't want to make eye contact. Okay, let's talk about a few ways to make table topics great. Number one, it's a great idea to have a theme. We have a meeting theme is hats. It's fun to have the table topics be on the theme of the meeting. You don't have to do that. Say you are the table topics master last minute, that's okay if you can't be on the theme, but it is fun. Number two, set up your theme or your idea quickly. Today I'm here for 5 minutes to talk about table topics. Typically you don't have that opportunity. You want your audience to have as much time to participate in table topics as possible. So you don't want to spend a lot of time with a complicated setup. Bring 4 to 7 questions. You might actually only get off 3 of those questions, but if a speaker cancels or you just don't have speakers that day, you might spend quite a bit of the meeting on table topics, so be prepared with extra topics. If you plan something crazy, table topics can get crazy. We might do dancing or just something really nuts. If you're going to do something nuts, let your Toastmaster know so they can be prepared. Explain the role and what table topics is about. I talked a little bit about that at the front end, so the whole audience knows, especially when you have guests. Also, please note if your timer talked about the time for table topics. If they did, like they did today, we don't have to go over that. But it's always good for people to know what their time limits are as the table topics participant. Make sure that you call on people that have not had a speaking role already in the meeting. Our goal at Toastmasters is to get as much speaking in for as many people in the room as possible. So don't call on those that have already participated as the timer or the grammarian, etc. Spread the love. Ask your question first, then call on the person that you want to answer. Why do we do this? If I say, what's your name? Sandy, answer this question for me. Tell me about your first birthday party. Now, did the rest of you check out at the time I said Sandy? They said, oh, not me. What time's my next meeting? Okay, so you want to have everyone's attention. You can call on guests, but if I'm going to do that, I like to talk to the guests ahead of time rather than putting them on the spot at the meeting. And lastly, be creative with your topics. I have seen clubs get into a rut where they do it the same way every time. On the handout that I gave you, I left some websites where you can go and get lots of ideas for table topics. For example, an easy topic to do is from a book. So say I had a book about hats, I might ask you to talk about a hat. In this case, the book that I brought today is called The Worst Case Scenario Survival Handbook at Work. This is a fun one. So I could say, give me a number. Give me a number. No, 7? Okay. I'm going to turn to page 7, and I would ask you to tell me how to deal with a nightmare coworker. Okay? And I could come up with many questions by just asking for the number. Another example, crazy holidays. Today, March 5th, is actually Multiple Personality Day. Oh, it's the 4th. Okay. Well, if it was the 5th. It's Multiple Personality Day. So you could ask a question. You could ask a question like, tell me what your evil twin would do at lunchtime today. Today is also National Pancake Day. Yeah. So let's talk about our favorite flavors of pancakes. You could just be creative. On our table topics today, I'm going to have Emily come up, and we have a few topics on theme. So Emily gets to be in control. I think Emily's going to ask for volunteers because we don't have a list of folks participating today. So Emily, you're in charge.
Fortunately, Kerry hooked me up and found a question and some props that will help with today's theme, which is around hats. So the question for today is, I have 3 hats in this bag. I will hand out a hat to volunteers, and I need you to think about the day in the life of the person that